Atlanta Motor Speedway was originally repaved in 1997. Since then, it has aged significantly. During the 2021 race, a piece of the asphalt broke loose on the front stretch near the start-finish line near the restart zone. This posed a hazard to drivers. A loose debris on the track can lead to punctured tires or dangerous accidents. NASCAR officials had to throw a red flag and allow the crews to repair the track. Once NASCAR was able to repair the track, they were able to keep going. Kurt Busch was out dominating the day, and this did not slow him down as his team was able to regroup after the red flag and still take home the victory. But since then, NASCAR had to repave Atlanta Motor Speedway, and this was the final race in the old asphalt. Many drivers were upset because they loved racing on this type of track. But since then, Atlanta Motor Speedway has gone to a super speedway race, and we may never see this problem again at Atlanta.
Do a little bit of track cleanup here.
Well, they got some, what do we got going on here?
Looks like they're going to a little caulk or filler.
Oh, yep. Wow. Yeah, there's a little problem right here with the track coming apart. That's asphalt coming. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a big problem.
Junior, they said they got to resurface it. This is why, right? I mean, you said yesterday during the broadcast that chunks of the pavement could come up, and here we go.
To this next Sunday, spot in the playoffs, and Lobster, they're on the line for the Cup Series in New Hampshire. It's going to be the race team broadcast. DJ and Kyle Petty will be down there. 3 of you guys calling the race. That starts at 3 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. And there's also going to be another great race taking place on the 8th. And for more on that, here's some of our friends.
All that happened on lap 2. And now, under caution, Juan Pablo Montoya has crashed and gone aflame.
Holy cow, what happened?
We just got a report that he was complaining about a bad vibration in every gear.
No, Larry, he just slammed
into the jet dryer.
I think he slammed into the jet dryer.
They're trying to clear debris off the racetrack, and the car brakes, won't steer, and he slides up the track and into the back of that surplus helicopter jet engine on a trailer used to dry the racetrack.
Mike, I saw sparks coming out from the car as if it had a tire down or something. What an incredible turn of events. I've never in my life. Oh my gosh.
And all that spilled jet fuel found something hot to ignite it.
Wow. I mean, it just exploded. When it hit it, it just exploded.
And he was traveling at a high rate of speed, trying to catch back up at the field.
Back of the field.
During the 2012 Daytona 500 on February 27th, 2012, a caution came out on lap 160 for debris. While Juan Pablo Montoya was trying to get his lap back, he experienced a mechanical failure. As the jet dryers were sitting in turn 3 on the track, Montoya's car would lose control while catching up with the field under caution. He would slide into one of the jet dryers that was poised on the high banks of turn number 3. The collision ruptured a fuel tank of the jet dryer, causing a massive fire and damage to the asphalt. NASCAR had to sit over a 2-hour red flag to fix the track. This race didn't even finish on the scheduled day that it started. This race was delayed so long to fix the track, but thankfully NASCAR was able to fix the track and the race was able to keep going. This was still one of the most wildest Daytona 500s we've ever seen in NASCAR history. The 2021 race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway was probably one of, if not the most disastrous race NASCAR has ever put on at a new track. This wasn't a new track, but definitely a new layout, and the chaos that ensued was a massive disaster. The curbing was ripped open and shattered across the racetrack as William Byron would explode oil all over the track as he ran it over. This ensued a massive crash behind him, and Joey Logano would go head-on into the tire barriers, creating a massive accident down the back straightaway.
Watch the 24 car here. Boom! Destroys the splitter. The car just spins out. Everyone behind him piles in, and it ain't over. More cars are going to come sliding into this because you're committed. Once you're committed to that kink, you can't avoid the calamity right there. Big, good angle to see how the rest of the field. Look at the 22 destroyed his car over the curb. See how the rest of these guys get piled in here. Oh, more cars getting destroyed. going through turn 5 over that curb.
The 2010 Daytona 500 was notable for its lengthy red flag that was caused by a problem with the track surface. During the 2010 500 on February 14th, a pothole was developed in turn 2 around lap 122 out of 200. The issue arose from wear and tear on the aging asphalt, which was last repaved in 1978. The pothole measured approximately 9 inches wide and several inches deep, making it unsafe for cars to race and pass over high speeds. NASCAR officials had to red flag the race and allow for track workers to patch up the hole using quick dry materials. However, the patch did not hold. After NASCAR resumed the race, with 42 laps to go, the patch came back and created for even bigger issues. The race was delayed for over a total of 2 hours as crews worked to repair the damage to the track surface. Jamie McMurray was declared the winner after finally finishing 6 hours later. This race is one of the longest races that NASCAR had in the year because of the red flags.
One of those last cautions.
Caution.
In fact,
Don't know why. Caution.
The yellow is out. And we believe that this may be, again, for the asphalt down between turn 1 and 2. Very adjacent to or the same area as where the patch was put down before. So with Kevin Harvick leading car, and they've gone out to deal with the issue of turn 1 and 2. As often happens when you make a patch in asphalt, it's the adjacent asphalt that goes first, and you see that seam beginning to break up, and once it does, what surrounds that patch is going to work its way apart, and all that aggregate comes down the banking and just raises havoc.
In between the six, that would be Reagan and Kevin Harvick's car. Did the track have any effect? Jimmy Johnson said he wasn't sure.
Well, I mean, again, it comes in through there, and again, these cars are so rigid. Sometimes you see the car kind of bobble. I do believe he ran through that hole, and it could have easily damaged that right front tire. You heard Chad Knaus asking. Again, watch the car. You see where it's circled right there. When it comes through that part, you see the front end kind of dip on the right-hand side. And again, if he did, he could have easily damaged that outside belt, created the car going flat, tire going flat, and that's where the damage maybe started from. But again, he got the break of the race, in my opinion, catching this caution.
After this massive accident with 2 laps to go in the Brickyard 400 in 2024, there was an accident entering turn number 1 that actually moved the safer barrier wall. NASCAR had to red flag the race and bring out tractors and a big old safety team to have to repair the wall in the track. Thankfully, they were able to do this in a quick amount of time, and the race was able to resume and finish within the next 30 minutes.
Blaney on the outside, Larson on the inside. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps of racing in Indy. Who else is going to run out? And a wreck in turn 1. The caution comes out, there'll be another restart.
Yeah, for the 4th time today, we've seen a big pile up on the restart.
John Hunter Nemechek involved in the 42. Oh, there's Denny Hamlin, who had just come to pit road. He's involved.
Guys, are you okay?
Chase Briscoe has damage to that number 14.
And all these guys with damage, hope everyone's okay. Came down the racetrack. Hemrick was there. Big impact. Gosh, those are big wrecks.
Nemechek glanced off that inside, the barrier in between pit road and the outside wall.
Yeah, so here comes Hemrick. And yeah, he just, Hemrick couldn't get slowed down like Nemechek expected that he could. They were on corner entry as well.
Yeah.
Which makes it even that much harder to gauge it.
You see the red on the NBC logo. The cars have been stopped on the front straightaway.
Glancing blow off that inside wall.
And the red flag, I don't believe, has anything to do with fuel load. That NASCAR's not really ever done that. Just this track is so narrow that they have to get the cleanup.
Grab it. Again, make sure to join us on USA for the conclusion of the Brickyard 400 for the NASCAR Cup Series. The Brickyard 400 in front of these drivers.